if you're a woman who's a beginner at the gym, and or you want to start working out, you want to strength train, but you don't know how to use the equipment in the gym, you're super intimidated by the men around, you're like, I don't even know how to work out. How do you even structure a workout? What does good form look like? This video is for you. I have a free workout plan that I'm giving out. It should be in the description or online. That's what we're going over in this video. We're gonna go over my free workout plan for beginners. For you can stop, looking at these influencers on the internet. Because once upon a time, I used to be a beginner in the gym, and I would buy all these workout plans from these influencers, and I would just follow random workouts, and I would not see any progress, and I would not see any real strength. With this workout plan that I created, you will see real progress, real strength. Is designed for complete beginners or women getting back into the gym. That's what it's designed. This is the workout plan I wish I had when I was a beginner. I couldn't do a pull-up. I couldn't do a push-up. I didn't even know how to use the squat rack. Everything seems so complicated, but it really isn't. Everything isn't complicated, guys. So in this video, I'm gonna take you to the gym with me. That's where I'm going. I'm going to the gym, and I'm gonna go over what does good form look like. How to structure a workout. And yeah, guys. So first things first. Let's check out my gym bag here, guys. So in my gym bag, guys, before you even start going to the gym, you always need to bring some water. All right, I'm outside the gym parking lot, by the way. So always stay hydrated before you go to the gym, and stay hydrated while you're working out. So first things first, guys, is I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, you know what I like doing? I like having a protein shake with me. I may not drink it tonight, but I like bringing a protein shake with me to the gym. All right, guys, let's start the video. Let's go work out. All right, guys, before I get started, once again, the link to the PDF of the workout plan will be in the comments below. And you can also go to the post section of the YouTube channel, the Nat Yorkie YouTube channel. Click on the link, and you will be asked if you want to opt in for my email list. And you can opt out if you want, but I really recommend it because I do give out all free plans and workout plans and everything I make, and mostly everything I make is free. But yeah, then you will get this workout plan where you can download or print as a PDF file. All right, let's get started. When you come to the gym, you're gonna scan your key card, and yeah, you're gonna see that it's a bunch of men in the gym, but it's all right. You're gonna be confident, and you're gonna go to the stretching section. So this is where I am, and pick an area that doesn't have a bunch of junk on it, and there's nobody to bother you. So you're gonna start with a warm up. Always start workouts with warm up and dynamic warm-ups, dynamic stretching. So this is some leg lifts, and over here I'm stretching my hip flexors, so in the front and in the side, dynamic stretches. And I like to do some static stretches, which means that you just hold the pose, and this is going to get us ready for hip thrusts and squats. And also for our arms, you want to do some shoulder circles, and this will help your joints, this will help your shoulders, because we're going to do a full body workout. And guys, never forget to warm up. Take 5 minutes out. It could really prevent injury. When you work out with cold muscles, you're more likely to get injured. So this is why you always got to make sure to do a warm up. And I also like doing squats here as a warm up as well. When it's a leg day or I'm going to do leg movements, I like opening up the hips, making sure that I can go low on my squats. And this is how pretty much you're gonna get those joints, those muscle fibers ready to do movement and prevent injury, because again, injury prevention is key, guys. You want to be doing this for as long as possible. You want to be an old lady working out, and you want to make sure your joints and all that are nice and warm so you don't have any issues. And over here I'm doing some ankle rotations, because that tend to be what gets injured the most. What I'm doing here is usually what gets injured the most: hamstrings, quads, all those fibers. Now we're done, guys. Now we're ready to start. And in my workout plan, I start with the assisted pull-up / dip machine, and I'm going to show you guys how to use this. So you can see here, that's where your hands go on the top of the bar, and over here that's where the dip goes. And you have this little seat here, and here I didn't know how to put it up, but it was actually broken. Then we have a nice gentleman that helped me lift it up because it was broken. But yeah, guys, you're gonna have some men that are gonna be very helpful, but just make sure nobody's trying to hit on you, or don't have some creepy dude trying to help you, guys. You don't need help doing a squat. But anyway, this is how you weigh yourself. You add weight, and this takes weight off your body. So the lower it is, the harder it is. So you want to go it heavier because you want it to take out as much weight as possible. And how you progress in pull-ups and push-ups is pretty much by every 2 to 3 weeks going lower and lower on the weight. All right, guys, now we're getting started. So this is what you're gonna do. Before you mount on it, you want to first put both hands on top of the bars and slowly put one leg at a time, very slowly, because that seat very violently can push yourself up, can push you up and down. But yeah, and then you slowly look up at the ceiling, pretty much, not all the way, but look up. And when you dismount, very important, guys, one leg at a time, slowly. You don't want the seat to yank you out the place. And have both hands on the bars. You see, I didn't take my hands off the bars until I was done with the seat. This is very important, guys. You can injure yourself. And always mount the seat with both hands on the bar, either the dip bar or the pull-up bar is on top. So you can see there, very slow and steady. Again, showing you guys slow and steady. I didn't take my hands off until the seat was stationed. And I'm going to show you guys when doing pull-ups one more time, both hands should be on before you even get on. Very important, or you're gonna get your shoulders injured. We want to prevent injury, guys. And as you can see, slowly I dismount one leg at a time. When the seat is fully down, that's when I dismount. And then doing that assisted pull-up machine, as I was telling you guys, will get you your pull-ups without any assisted machine. As you can see here, I started out not being able to do a pull-up. Now I can do a pull-up. I can do 7, actually. All right, guys, now we're gonna move on to squats, guys. And this is how you're gonna get started with the squat. You're gonna get started with these bar rack. Choose a barbell here before you even do squats on a squat rack. This is how you're gonna get your hip flexor strong, get yourself ready for a squat. So this is what you want to do to get your squats ready. Legs shoulder width apart, and you can angle your foot slightly outward, and you try to go as low as you can. So you go as low as you can, guys, as to grass. And yes, guys, and always remember to have your knees slightly bent when you do this workout. You never want to lock your knees in any exercise. So you always want to have your knees slightly bent, not overly bent, but slightly. And yeah, as you can see here, I always go slow and control. I pause at the bottom. And yeah, so you might not go as low as me, but with practice, you will get it. Now, guys, here's a kettlebell. I'm going to show you guys how to do it with a kettlebell here. If this makes you feel more comfortable, a kettlebell is amazing. And it will also help you get lower on your squat. And this is what's going to get you your squat. And you can get on the squat rack after this. All right, guys, now we're going to move on to RDLs. RDL is the sister of deadlifts. So pretty much the only difference is you don't drop the weight all the way to the floor. So let me show you guys again. Feet shoulder width apart, and you want to bend hip. You want to do a hip hinge, which means you move your hips back. You don't do a squat position. This is very important. And you don't shrug your shoulders. Now, this is over here, I'm demonstrating what not to do, which is this, don't do a squat when you're doing it. The biggest mistake people make is that they turn this into a squat movement, but you never want to drop all your hips. You always want to hinge your hips back. So pretty much think about it as moving your glutes back. And yeah, always have your back straight. This is the most important tip for any workout, especially when doing RDLs and deadlifts, is that you always want to keep your back straight. Never curve your back straight, and never shrug your shoulders. And I'm going to show you guys here in a heavy deadlifts what it will look like. So you can see here, I engage my core, my knees are bent, and my back is straight. All right, guys, now we're going to move on to my favorite machine, which is the leg press. The leg press is amazing for your quads. It will get you those nice thick thighs to match that booty. But yeah, so this is how you load it, guys. You put plates on it, and always make sure to clean your machine, because there's a lot of people that use this machine and press their heads on it. But yeah, so anyway, so I'm going to show you how to unrack it. So you unhook it like that. You push it towards you both and have tippy toes out on the plate. So I lift it up with my toes here, And always make sure you have your knees bent, guys. So I'm showing you guys here that I was locking my knees. Now I have a slight bent to your knees, not too bent, just a slight bent. So over here, I'm showing you from this angle here. I unhooked it, and then I positioned my foot in the middle of the plate once I'm ready, and I bent my knee slightly. So because you can injure yourself if you lock your knees, guys. And now I'm dropping the weight, and I make sure you have a full range of motion. You might need to angle your toes a little outward when doing this. It depends on your flexibility, but you can see here I'm on my toes to hook it back in. So I hooked the machine by doing the opposite. Instead of hooking it towards me, I hooked it out. So you can see here another angle. So yeah, so this is me trying to hook it back. Okay, so over here I'm hooking it, and I'm doing my other set. So yeah, guys, as you can see, my feet is always slightly bent, and yeah. And my feet are never wider than my shoulders, as you can see here. I never overdo it, but the wider you go, the easier it is to go deeper. And when you're doing this, think about that ex that made you mad. Think about how sexy you're gonna look with a nice thick thighs. Think about it, guys. This machine will get you that dream body. And yeah, so you can see here I'm doing a little bit of calves. I like to end my workouts with a little bit of calves. You don't have to. And then I hooked it back out. You see, I moved it out to hook it back on, so I can escape the machine without it crushing me. Now we're going to go to hip thrust, guys. So hip thrust, you want to use a straight barbell, but here, this is the only thing I wanted to find. I don't know why I used this, but I was getting lazy. And yeah, when you do a hip thrust, here you want to put the bench below your rib cage here, with a nice and comfortable position. So that is like kind of below my chest area. And when you do a hip thrust, you want the barbell to be under your pelvis. That's where my pelvis area is. This is where my pelvis area ends. You want it under, but not too below on the legs where you don't feel it in your glutes. And you want a nice pause at the top, and have your legs bent at a 90-degree angle, both legs. And to leave the hip thrust, you just move it to the side like this. And yeah, you take a break, guys. I did 10 reps, and I have my nice music, and here I'm chilling. Now we're gonna move on to another great workout that will get you a nice back, and this is seated rows. Over here, seated rows. This is how this particular gym does the weights. So pretty much I hooked how much weight I want to use, and you want the weight to go a nice wide bar to under your chest, there under your chest. And I use a nice wide bar because I have a big chest. And don't use a triangle bar because you're not gonna get a good range of motion. I also like using 2 of those handlebars as well. But yeah, and then you slowly in control drop the weight, guys. You always want to be in control of the weight. Now we're gonna move on to negative push-ups. So if you can't do a push-up, this is where you're gonna start. So when doing a push-up, so the correct form for a push-up is you want it to be a straight line from your shoulders to your heels, guys. And you always want to have your elbows at a 45-degree angle. And yeah, so this is what a negative push-up is. So pretty much you go down and until you can reach the floor, and the goal is to last as long as possible until you go down. So for example, it took me 5 seconds to go down this time. The next time is going to take me 10 seconds. So you want to build your endurance, and this is how you eventually get to do a push-up. And you're going to build these tricep muscles, bicep muscles, as well as delts. You need to build those muscles in order to do a correct push-up. And yeah, guys, I started out with doing 0 push-ups, and now I can do 20. I never tried more than 20, but I can do 20. Now let's go to abs. I do simply crunches and leg lifts, guys. There's nothing too complicated about abs. You can do whatever you want, as well as you can start your ab workout in the beginning of the workout if you want because it doesn't really matter. Honestly, if a machine is not available as well, you can you can start any workout whenever you want. But yeah, guys, I'm getting there. I got 20 more pounds to lose. But yeah, my abs are coming in. And always stay hydrated, guys. Always stay hydrated. Now we're gonna end the workout with 15 minutes of cardio. Don't overdo it on the cardio. Pick your favorite machine. And the treadmill is always a good machine to pick. But yeah, this is my favorite machine. And always, I like ending with a cardio workout because you kind of want to, you want to have the energy to do the weight training. And once again, guys, this is what I'm going over in this video is my full body workout plan. Is completely free and it's in the comments below, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.